You want to know the exact 3 habits every quietly wealthy person does? Well, they're probably not what you expect, so let me tell you a story. Last year, I was able to meet hundreds of investors in real life at Blossom events. I've met professional managers, multimillionaires, self-made entrepreneurs, and many long-term investors who've been managing money for decades. They're not loud, they're not the ones we see everyone on social media nowadays posting luxury lifestyles, flexing cars, and penthouse views. Hollywood movies and videos on social media have changed the way we think about wealth. But the wealthy individuals I've met in real life don't even look rich. There's a big difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is having things like the nice house, the car, the clothes, but wealthy is having independence from the necessity of trading your time for survival. That's why you can see when someone is rich, but you cannot see when someone is wealthy. If you're new to this channel, let me share a bit about my background with you. I'm Joyee Yang, a finance girly with over $500,000 in assets and 6 figures invested in the stock market. I've previously shared my story on this channel, but at 19, I got kicked out and I was working 3 part-time jobs just to survive. People see me now and probably think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth or my parents taught me how to invest. I wish that was true, but sadly, it's not. My style of investing is heavily influenced by Warren Buffett. I believe in building long-term sustainable wealth, buy good companies, hold them forever. I don't do short-term trades or pick the best stocks to buy because if I have to stress about my money just to make more money, I don't want it. Instead of micromanaging my money like I used to and spending more time and energy, I want my money to truly work for me so that I can achieve real financial freedom. So I prioritize automations and having simple systems that work. If you resonate with the goal of pursuing independence and financial freedom, there are 3 rules of wealth building that will help you take action today. Give this video a like and get your notebooks ready. My biggest inspiration from wealthy investors is don't rely on motivation, rely on systems. Let me explain what this means. In the context of investing, we often think about, should I buy now or wait? Is this the bottom? What if it drops more? What if I miss the opportunity to get rich? It's natural and intuitive for us to raise these questions because we're all human. But for most people, these thoughts get overwhelming and investing becomes stressful. Even professionals cannot consistently predict how the markets move. The financial markets react to earnings, politics, global events, interest rates, news headlines. There are just too many variables. Instead of focusing on the short-term noise, there's a much more systematic and stress-free method called dollar cost averaging. DCA is a strategy from a book authored by Benjamin Graham, one who's often called the father of value investing. This strategy later became widely known as Warren Buffett's strategy, suggesting investors to buy low-cost assets over time rather than trying to time the market. This is how dollar cost averaging works for regular people like you and I. We set a fixed schedule, we invest the same amount of money regularly into multiple assets regardless of the price. So that can be done with a stock, an ETF, or cryptocurrency if you're a believer of its value. DCA removes also the need to think about when is the better time to buy because we simply rely on mathematics and the automation on our investing apps to get it done for us in the background. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you decide to invest $100 every month into a stock. In January, the price of 1 share is $50, so your $100 budget allows you to buy 2 shares. In February, the price drops to $25. So now your $100 allows you to buy 4 shares. By March, the price is back up to $50, so you only buy another 2 shares. As you can see in this illustration, you always spend $100 regardless of what the stock price is, and you keep buying the same stock consistently with a predetermined budget to keep investing in the market. The beauty of the strategy is that you're buying more shares when prices are lower and fewer shares when prices are higher. Over time, this smooths out your average cost, which is why it's called dollar cost averaging. The wealthy do not wake up every month and decide whether to invest. Their money moves automatically. Warren Buffett has always advocated long-term ownership of productive assets. He's said to be greedy when others are fearful. But actually notice what he's saying here. He's not saying predict the bottom or go all in to buy the dip. The greatest investors have a system in place to help them stay invested when others panic. When financial growth is automated and when the buying and selling decisions are no longer manual, the wealthy ones are able to detach themselves from the emotions of money, and that's how they become the most patient market participants to stay invested until the next bull market. And when others panic again, the cycle of building wealth repeats itself. This is the strongest advantage that the wealthiest people have over the others. The top 1% always builds machines to make resources work for them, including their money. Dollar cost averaging is no longer an exclusive privilege for the wealthy. We can also set up on our phones, even in bed, in our pajamas. You can go into your investing app and you can look for the feature to schedule recurring investments. So, I'm going to go to automations here, recurring investments right here. I already have Bitcoin set up, $25 weekly. And then you want to choose what you want to invest in. So for an example, we'll just choose TD Bank. Here, press trade, buy TD. You can put $100. Start date, frequency, you could do monthly, and then review, and then confirm once that's done. The best practice is if you connect your bank account to your investing account so that your investing account can automatically withdraw money from your checking account, so it's all automated in the background. If you prefer a step-by-step or more guidance from me, you can come to my free live investing masterclass session. The link to register is in the description below. The first rule of wealth building helps us stay invested. The next rule is going to make us realize that there's more ways to build wealth aside from buying low and selling high. Most people think investing only means one thing. Buy something, hope it goes up, sell it later. If that's what you think too, pay attention to what I'm going to share. The buy low, sell high method is growth investing. And yes, growth is powerful. I personally use broad market ETFs like Vanguard S&P 500 Index ETF as the core holding for long-term compounding. But the wealthy do not rely on only one layer of wealth building. They layer income on top of growth. Let me explain what that means. Diversification is not only about owning multiple stocks. Among the wealthiest, diversification is owning different types of cash flow and multiple ways to compound their wealth. The high net worth investors usually have real estate rental income, returns on business investments, and dividend income from stocks. Warren Buffett himself uses options income layered on top of Berkshire Hathaway's portfolios. Options is a leveraged financial instrument that can be very risky if it's used solely for capital gains. The wealthiest in the stock market would use option strategies such as covered calls and cash secured puts to generate consistent cash income while holding their investments. Option strategies are very complex if you're new to the financial markets. I won't go deeper into explaining them, but I want you to think about the possibility of letting the professionals manage options income for us, and we simply get paid for parking our money in their portfolios. You might be more familiar with the concept of dividends. Basically, we get paid dividends for holding a stock. Now, there are ETFs that specifically focus on paying high-yield dividends, known as high-yield income ETFs. For example, the Harvest Premium Yield Enhanced ETF. Its holdings span across tech, healthcare, telecommunications, energy, and consumer staples. Let me explain how someone could treat this ETF as an income layer on top of their long-term investments. The objective of HPYE is to provide high monthly income while still holding exposure to large cap companies across sectors like technology, financials, healthcare, and consumer staples. This Harvest ETF generates income partly by selling call options on a portion of its portfolio. In simple terms, it earns option premiums on top of holding stocks, then it distributes the total cash earned to the shareholders semi-monthly. Which means if you own shares of HPYE, you will get paid income twice a month, which is really rare. At the time of filming this video, the distribution is about 7 cents per share paid twice monthly. It is important to understand that high-yield ETFs like HPYE is a great tool for investors to generate income inside their portfolio, but it's not a growth ETF replacement. The yields are high, but they do fluctuate and distributions are not guaranteed due to the higher risk associated with options income strategies. One way to understand how you can take advantage of this specific high-income ETF, HPYE, is to think about the extra unused cash inside your TFSA or RRSP. Instead of letting the unused cash sit in your portfolio and do nothing, you can convert them into HPYE to gain exposure to a diversified portfolio and start generating semi-monthly distributions. The income flowing in should then be reinvested back into your core investments. This is layering, the second pillar of wealth building that the wealthy people do to separate growth and income intentionally. They also benefit from the reduced emotional pressure and financial security by having income diversification. If the markets are flat for a while, the income layer is still working and generating revenue. Let me know if my explanation has been easy to follow so far. I do have a more detailed video specifically about generating monthly income while investing long-term. Just comment the word income and I'll send you the link. Now you've realized how the wealthiest truly achieve diversification. There is one more pillar than most people underestimate. And honestly, it might be the most underrated one of all. Introverts tend to think wealth is built alone. I'm an introvert too, so I don't resonate with the value of connections and networking at first, until I realize how important they are to my progress in both career and personal development. When you are around people who think long-term, who talk about investing calmly, who manage risk intelligently, your level of awareness and confidence rise naturally. You start asking better questions, you stop reacting emotionally, you think in decades instead of days. It's 2026, you don't need to join elite private clubs to get introduced to individuals. There are many in-person events such as investor meetups hosted by Blossom. Even online, there's now a social investing app where you can connect with people who have their investment portfolios verified, prioritizing transparency and authenticity. Thanks to the platform that Blossom has created, I've spoken to hundreds of verified investors online and in person, gaining insights from their ideas and experience in the market. Surrounding yourself with people who value patience and financial freedom is a third pillar of wealth building. Again, you can attend my free investing masterclass first, where I will teach you the basics live and where you can ask me questions. The link to register is in the description. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more investing education made simple for beginners. See you in the next video.